So let me walk you through what just happened in Washington, D.C. Because buried in the so-called Big Beautiful Bill that's supposed to reopen our government is a major federal overreach that threatens farmers, entrepreneurs, patients, and the entire concept of federalism. I'm talking about the nationwide hemp ban slipped into the bill in the last minute. Here's what's going on. For years, hemp has been federally legal under the 2018 Farm Bill, which defined hemp as cannabis with less than 0.3% Delta-9 THC. That narrow definition opened the door for a booming market of hemp-derived products. CBD, wellness oils, and yes, mild intoxicants like Delta-8 and Delta-9 and 10 that many Americans, especially veterans and chronic pain patients, rely on as a legal alternative when cannabis is still prohibited in their state. This industry didn't grow in the shadows. It grew because Congress legalized it and states built regulatory regimes around it. We're talking about a $28 billion sector supporting 300,000 American jobs, family farms, small shops, and rural communities trying to diversify their economy. But suddenly, during a government shutdown, Congress inserted a provision that would wipe out 95% of that entire industry overnight. It criminalizes nearly everything Americans currently buy at their local hemp shops, even products that have never caused a public health crisis. Even more troubling, it directly overrides state laws in places like Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Utah, Minnesota, and others that have created safe and regulated markets. So let's talk about that. For the last few years, states have handled this issue in very different ways. Some banned intoxicating hemp entirely. Others, like Kentucky and Minnesota, built strong regulatory frameworks, age limits, testing, packaging, and accurate labeling. Florida seized thousands of illegal products to protect kids. Texas attempted a full ban, but ended up landing on a regulatory model. California expanded enforcement. Every state is experimenting exactly how federalism is supposed to work. But now, under pressure from 39 state attorneys general, Congress wants to wipe out all that local autonomy in one sweep. Their letter called hemp-derived THC Frankenstein products, and instead of working toward regulation, Congress is choosing prohibition. So here's where the 10th Amendment comes in. The whole point of federalism is that when an issue is not explicitly assigned to the federal government, states retain the authority to decide what works for their people. Regulation of hemp products, like regulation of alcohol, gambling, or tobacco, falls squarely in that category. Yet this bill does the opposite. It takes a product that Congress made legal in 2018 that states have spent years regulating, now declares from Washington, D.C., no, we don't trust you. We're taking this away. That's not conservative or constitutional, and that's not how a republic works. Let's also talk about who gets hurt. First, farmers. Senator Rand Paul from Kentucky has been sounding the alarm. This ban will kill an entire industry. Kentucky farmers who invested in hemp after 2018, encouraged by Mitch McConnell himself, now face a total wipeout because the goalposts have moved. Second, small businesses. Family-owned hemp shops and manufacturers will shutter. Rural counties that finally found a growth sector will feel it first and hardest. And third, patients. Let's be honest here, not everyone wants or can access medical marijuana. And in many states, hemp-derived options are the only legal form of relief. Veterans with chronic pain, seniors struggling with sleep, people dealing with anxiety, all of them will lose legal access and be forced toward unregulated online sellers or even the illicit black market. And that's the irony. Even the National Cannabis Industry Association opposes this ban. They said banning these products does not eliminate demand. It just hands the market to illegal actors. So, why is Congress doing this? Because during the shutdown, a leverage is high and the public is distracted. It's easy to push controversial policies that wouldn't survive the sunlight of open debate. Hemp became a bargaining chip, a pawn in Washington, D.C.'s bigger power struggle. This is exactly the kind of behavior our nation's founders warned us about. Policy making through procedural ambush, hidden provisions, and centralized control that ignores the lived reality of the people. Whether you love hemp products or never plan to touch them, the bigger principle is what matters. Should Washington, D.C. override state decisions on an issue that belongs to the states? Should Congress criminalize something millions of Americans already use responsibly? And should federal power be used to crush entire industries without proper hearings or debate? This is a textbook case of federal overreach and a reminder that when Congress ignores the 10th Amendment, it's not just businesses that lose. We all lose. Our founders believed in dispersed power. They trusted communities to make decisions for themselves. And in this debate, the people most affected, farmers, patients, and small business owners, were never even allowed in the room. If we want a nation that works again, we have to return to a system where states can innovate, where citizens decide, and Washington, D.C. stops trying to control everything from the Potomac River. The hemp ban is just one more example of how far we've drifted from that ideal and how much work we have to do to fix it in order to revive our federal republic. Take care.